Supply and demand, perfect competition. Okay.
Demand is based off those who buy it.
Yes. Option A.
Is it only those who buy it, or is it both?
Well,
No, for demand is
control the demand. They can only control the supply.
Okay.
Well, isn't it also controlled by the sellers as well? Because the cheaper the prices, the more demand, right? But I guess you're right, because they're not really asking about that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's asking. You're right. Like price will affect the demand, but I don't think in this case it's talking about if they change the price. It's just who has the effect on it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4.
I choose compliments. Well, that's what it says in the book.
Yeah, that's what the book said.
I thought it said they were substitute because the book said complement.
Yeah, they are.
It talked about like a study that linked marijuana use to tobacco. So, like the more tobacco usage there is, the more marijuana usage there is.
Okay.
But didn't it go on to say the problem with raising taxes on tobacco is that people will switch to marijuana? That's what I thought I read.
The thing is that I read that it says actually that the people who it's opposing to the taxes for cigarettes, they say that tobacco and marijuana are substitutes, but the experts says that it's actually a complement. So that's what I choose, complement, because that's what the expert said at the end.
Okay, you're right. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. I had to read that part like 3 times or 4 because I was like, but it says both things, so.
Yeah.
Where I am. Okay, for question 5, I choose 0.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, because demand's not going up if the price is doubling.
Yeah. I agree.
For question 6, I can't remember what I choose. I choose B. A decrease in income, assuming that good is inferior.
That's what I got as well.
What do you guys have? Okay.
You said B?
Yeah, B as in boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the work as translator that I keep saying like the letters phonetically, like B as in boy, D as in delta. Sorry.
No, you're fine. A to B. Decrease in income. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Number 7. I got A.
I got A as well.
That's same with me.
Yep.
Okay.
8, I got D. The price of a complementary good has decreased.
For 8? No.
For 8, D as in D.
Oh, okay.
What do you have?
I didn't choose between C and D. Complementary good.
Yeah, no, it's D.
Oh, because it says demand. I mean, it is true. It may be a possibility, but because we're talking just about demand right now, that's why I choose D, because the price of the complementary good has decreased.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Quarterly supply to the good is the amount. D, right, for
Yeah.
number 9?
That's
Mhm.
And number 10.
I got, oh, for 10, I got B actually, B as in boy.
Today's supply curve. I don't think it'd be the expected feature for changing the supply curve. I don't know.
Oh.
You know, I choose that one because it says that in things that make the shift on the supply curve includes expectations for the future, right? So I thought today's price of iPods, it doesn't have to do anything with the future. And the number of buyers of iPods, actually, it's a shift on the demand curve, not in the supply curve. And that's what, just because of that, I eliminated immediately C and D. And then again, I didn't thought that today's price of iPods could impact the supply, so that's why I choose B, because it is one of the things that makes the changes in the, sorry, it makes a shift on the supply curve. Sorry, I'm nervous, like, but in the supply curve.
Okay.
Okay, so the supply curve, that's just talking about the supply, the amount of iPods they have, right, on the market.
What the sellers are willing to.
Because later, like in the material, it talks about if there's a surplus in supply, they might lower the price to bring that supply down. So I don't think that today's price might actually change the supply curve. Because if an item was on sale now, then that would help reduce the supply, I think.
That makes sense, but the supply curve wouldn't change, right? Just the price would until equilibrium was reached. Okay. Go talk to Daddy.
Sorry, what did you say? It kind of cut up. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was just trying to talk through it. Because the supply curve wouldn't shift, right? Just they would lower the price or raise the price if there was a surplus or shortage, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't see it like, maybe I was making it like it has some order at this point to me, right? So I think that they were asking just about these things that make a shift on the supply curve, not getting yet about the surplus or shortage. So that's why I choose expectations, because out of all of the options, that's the only one that I see that it's actually something that makes a shift on the supply curve.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Sale on chicken, number 11, right?
Yeah.
So I chose A.
That's
Yeah, I choose A as well.
Okay.
Let me check 1 second. I don't remember if price.
Mhm.
Let's see. I don't think price shifts the curve.
Right.
So I don't know if I don't think the curve would shift from DA to DD.
So I think the reason why it shifts is turkey and chicken supplement. And so if the chicken,
Sorry,
yeah.
I read it wrong. I didn't see the chicken part. Okay. Yeah, no,
okay, yeah.
that's gonna be
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I saw it as a supplement as well. That's why I choose it.
so. Because sale on chicken, because for turkey.
Because they would buy chicken instead of turkey if it was on sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It will be a shift.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with A. See, now I just got to read the question all the way.
That's my problem too sometimes. What? Where's Daddy? Go ask Daddy. Go talk to Daddy. So 12 is D,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And 13, I choose increase in supply,
Two.
which is A.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the difference between increase in supply and increase in quantity supplied?
So I think when it says increase in quantity supplied, I think the quantity is being increased because the price is increased. The sellers want to sell more. That was my thinking of it. Is that why you chose it as well?
I wasn't sure.
I'm trying to remember. I think that it was because in some part it also says that the increase in quantity also happens along the same line of supply.
Yep. So,
And if there is a shift, that will be an increase in the total supply.
yeah. So the increase in the supply, that's what the different factors we had, the input prices, technology, expectation, number of sellers. That'll change the supply. Price will change to the quantity supplied. So price doesn't change the supply, it only changes the quantity supplied and vice versa.
Okay.
Supply schedules, okay, the log supply. I put D for this one.
I put D as well.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right. This is equilibrium for 15, so D.
Yeah.
Yes.
At 35.
38.
Thought it
I
was
would have what?
I choose.
surplus of 400.
Oh, I choose C, surplus of 400 units.
So why did you put 400?
I choose 400 because I made the difference between 600 and 200, basically. And because there is more supply.
This one always confused me. So you do the difference between
The supply and the demand?
well, like you do from here to here.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I remember I took microeconomics, but I can't exactly remember why, but I remember that I did that.
Okay. Yeah, I always get that confused in micro, so that's good. Okay. Because I was thinking it was 200 because equilibrium is 400 and they're supplying 600, but it is 200 or 400, I mean.
Well, that's what I think for 100.
Okay.
What do you guys say?
I thought it was C as well, but
Okay.
I could be wrong. Do you have any other thoughts on that, Andrew?
I'm trying to remember how to.
It makes sense though. I get it now. Because they're supplying 600 units, but people will only buy 200 at that price. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay. That clicks more to me now too. I'm glad that.
I finally understand it
Okay, that makes sense.
from last semester. Okay. Decrease in the price of wood.
It's going to increase supply.
This one confuses me too. What to the following would illustrate the effect in the market? Decrease in the price of wood. That would mean they could decrease prices.
Yeah, they could decrease prices. So I know decreasing the price of wood, that's going to increase supply. It can't be.
Oh, that was very confusing for me.
It can't be C. That's
Yeah.
the left. But I don't know about the demand.
Decrease in the price of wood. So
What I did, it was that I took supply and demand 1 as the initial point, right? And then it says that there is a decrease in the price of goods. So that will make the supply shift to supply.
Yeah, I don't think the
To shift.
because okay, yes, the supply is corrected because you have like cheaper wood, but if they change the price, that's only going to change the quantity demanded, not.
Correct, but it will be the same line. It will be the same line for demand. That's why I choose option A for point A to B, because that's the one that makes sense. I mean, you're not changing anything in demand that you are told about, but you are making, well, you are receiving a change in the supply amount. That it's a shift in the supply. Sorry, but you got me. You knew what I wanted to say. So.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Demand's going to stay the same, just supply is going to change.
But it was so hard because I was like, but which point does it change? Because they were moving.
Productivity. Increase in productivity.
Oh.
So you're saying A to B?
Yeah.
Yes.
That whole supply curve shifts.
Yeah, supply curve, demand doesn't shift. Increase in treatment. Farmer.
So it's either A or B, right?
Sorry?
Isn't 18 either A or B? Because price would be movement from X to Y or Y to X.
Yeah, price isn't getting changed.
Yeah, okay. So would it be B?
I have actually a D, like to Y, from Y to X.
No, it's B.
Okay. B?
Yeah, so the demand curve is shifting to the right because there's an increase in demand. Price isn't changing. All it is there's more farmers. So if we look on the notes, that one of the things that shifts the curve is an increase in the number of buyers or decrease in the number of buyers. So because there's an increase in the number of buyers, shifts the demand.
That x-axis graph has quantity on it. It's like if you think about the productivity of turkeys increasing, that quantity would increase. So shifting the DV line over to DA would increase that quantity. So B makes sense to me as well.
Okay. Okay, 19. Which for panel illustrates decrease in quantity supplied.
Sorry, so it will be DV to DA, right? Option B.
Yes.
Okay.
Quantity supplied has to do with the price changing, right? So it would be demand that's moving, right?
Yes, that's what I got. That's panel B.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. E, which does not apply to market. Oh yeah, this is the one.
So
So
yeah, we're choosing between C and D because of what you said earlier. Like prices doesn't ensure that everybody gets what they want, but at the same time it does because it gives you, well, I don't know, I think I maybe like too dreamy with this idea, but it does give you an idea how you can get what you want. But again, that's why I said I put like the one that didn't make sense to me or less sense at the end. So why do you feel like C was like the one that make less sense than anything else?
why did I think that?
Mm-hmm.
Just because prices don't ensure people get what they want, prices determine, you know, you still have to make a determination on what you're going to buy.
Mm-hmm.
I put C, and I just submitted it, and I got one wrong, so I don't know if it's that one or a different one. But yeah, I'm interested to see if it's D.
Do you want me to try D?
You want to try it?
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. I hope you're right. That would be so confusing if not, because then we got something else wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. Okay. I'm gonna submit it. Let's see what happens. Whenever you want, computer. Yes, I will. Wait, I have to move my phone. Oh, no, it was not D. It was C, definitely. I got 18 out of 20.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It was my decision. Don't worry.
Okay. So put C before you submit it. Okay. Well, so does 6 o'clock work for you guys for next week?
Yeah.
That works good for me.
Yep.
Okay. Hopefully the other people can make it next time. I'll email them and tell them 6 o'clock next week. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys. Let me
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, see ya.
See you next week.